The Institute of Chartered Accountants of India completes 72 years of existence, and on the 1st of July 2021, they will be celebrating the 73rd Chartered Accountants Day. So what are the opportunities for chartered accountants? What is the outlook of this particular institution? And to discuss a lot more, let's welcome the President of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Mr. Nihar Jambusaria. Sir, thank you so much for joining us on CNBC TV 18. And being a person in the same profession, it's my pleasure to have this conversation with you today. Okay. And before we start and talk about the outlook, the opportunities that are available for the chartered accountants in the country, I wanted to speak to you about what is happening right now. We are in a time that we've never seen earlier, especially the chartered accountant students. There have been postponement of examinations. There's a lot of uncertainty. What is the advice that you would like to give them right now? Had you experienced something like this, what would you have done? Because there's been continuous confusion as far as the examination dates are going on, or the kind of stress that we already feel when we have to undergo the chartered accountant examinations.
Yeah, it's a good question. Today itself, Supreme Court has finally disposed of the writ petition of petitioners and has permitted Institute to commence exam from 5th of July. So all those uncertainties have come to an end. And right from the time the June exam, May exam was postponed. I was advising students that this is very uncertain time. And it is very easy for the Institute to just say that we can't hold May exams. And now we will straight away hold November exams. But then every year, every 6 months, in May and November, around 10,000 students qualify as chartered accountants. So we thought we should not hold back the career of these students. And if they qualify, they will be on their career path. So we postponed the May exam to July. In May, it was not conducive. The atmosphere was very bad with so many COVID cases under the second wave, and therefore we postponed it to July. See, even now in some of the areas, lockdowns continue, but today court has permitted that in those areas where lockdowns are continuing, you may postpone exam after 20 days, 25 days, or whatever is the suitable date. But do go ahead with the exam with all proper care for sanitization, social distancing, and everything that MHA has laid down. So now there is no uncertainty, and students will be able to appear on 5th July and onwards.
Okay, so that is good to know. But sir, you know, there is already a lot of stress in chartered accountancy examinations. Of course, it is one of the most competitive exams. I'm sure a lot of people know about it. In a time like this, what would your advice be? Because you've seen so many cycles in this particular profession.
Yeah, actually, this never happened. This is for the first time. See, last year also we faced exactly similar situation. First, we postponed May exam, May 2020 exam to July. Again in July, the number of cases were very high. So we postponed it to November. Again, some students went to court with a writ petition that even in November, we should not conduct exams. But court said that after all, life has to move on. And particularly for professional exams, where very matured students appear. And the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India has experience of 72 years of holding exams. So they will take care of all rules and regulations and will hold exam in a way that students' health, their safety is protected. So that way we held it last year. We thought pandemic will go away. It is not going again. People are talking of third wave. So in this uncertain situation, we have no option but to hold the exam and see that we take care of students. Those who are unable to appear, we give them another chance after another 20 days, 1 month, whenever in lockdown areas, everything opens up. So
Absolutely. So this has been the talking point for quite some days now, in fact. So let me go across to my next question. Recently, Prime Minister Modi spoke about a chartered accountant's role in the economy. Mr. Piyush Goyal spoke about it. According to you, what are the next focal points for the institute right now? How do you plan to bring more transparency in the economy? What segments or what sectors or what fields are you focusing on?
In fact, so far as audit is concerned, we have to focus on all the sectors. To bring transparency and independence of auditors, the institute is insisting on code of conduct, and we are conducting so many CPE programs, that is continuing professional education. Plus, to maintain the quality of audits, we do the capacity building of members, and all these steps have enabled members to maintain their quality. So, and for transparency, the auditor's independence is ensured. And once it is ensured, they would report independently and transparency would be ensured.
Okay. So, sir, on the audit part itself, we have seen a lot of things happening in the past as well. Are you putting in stricter rules in the law or in the act to ensure that there is more transparency? Is anything in the talks with the government, with the stakeholders? Because we have seen some instances in the past as well, where auditors have resigned without any intimation, or we have seen, some problems on the part of reporting as well.
Auditor's resignation, first step SEBI has taken, and SEBI has made it mandatory for retiring auditor to give precise reasons why they resign. At present, even at Ministry of Corporate Affairs, a consultative paper is being discussed, and there also for resignation of auditors, exactly similar provision is being discussed. So if that is implemented, then every retiring auditor will have to give precise reason. Just for a stray reason, the auditor will not be able to resign. And wherever there is a problem in the accounts of a company, the auditor will have to very specifically write in the reasons what kind of difficulty they faced in accounts and why they resign. So that will bring a lot of transparency.
That definitely is the need of the hour. So that is something we'll be watching out for. So my next question, and this has been a long-standing debate. A lot of chartered accountants I speak to generally are of the view that we need more subjects, or we need more exposure to the financial space. That is because if we look at the curriculum in general or general job market, MBAs are preferred over chartered accountants as far as financial jobs are concerned. How do you plan to address it? Because it has been the long-standing demand of a lot of chartered accountant students as well.
So we have taken two major steps. We have launched some post-qualification courses. They are certificate courses where the course is dedicated to finance. And while dealing with finance, even some skills like negotiation skills, cross-cultural skills, are all covered, which are necessary for dealing with finance. We have launched courses on Forex, derivatives, treasury. So this would build capacity of members. At the same time, the second step which we are taking is, this year we have set up Committee for Review of Education and Training, where we are revamping the entire syllabus, and finance, management, technology, these are some of the subjects which are very relevant in today's scenario. And all these will be incorporated in the syllabus itself. So the future chartered accountants will have exposure to finance as a part of their syllabus. In their articleship training, they will be better exposed to the finance field. And on technology, management skills, new subjects will be introduced. So these are the steps which are going to be very helpful to chartered accountants in building these skills.
Absolutely. I'm sure every chartered accountant student or somebody who wants to get in this field gets to hear this. They'll be very elated, because that's what the point of discussion has been. So now to my next question. We have a lot of ground to cover as well in terms of what next for chartered accountants. One of them is entrepreneurship. Just for an example, ClearTax, which is the website that is actually into filling all the income tax returns, during all the taxation related formalities, is actually not owned by a chartered accountant. How do you plan to make sure that chartered accountants become entrepreneurs? What could be or should be done in this field?
Today's need of the hour is that the days of old audit and tax practice are over now. Although audit and tax will continue, but these are not sunrise areas. And therefore, chartered accountants have to build bigger firms, be entrepreneurs. We have come out with new networking guidelines where to start with 2 firms, 3 firms, 4 firms can start networking with each other. And if there is a cultural match, then this networking may finally culminate into partnership. We have also come out with multidisciplinary partnerships. And today itself, MCA has communicated, that is Ministry of Corporate Affairs, that they have passed multidisciplinary rules recommended by the Institute of Chartered Accountants, and they are effective right from now. So this will also help CA firms to grow big. Today, chartered accountants are practicing in insolvency law, money laundering law, and many other fields. So once chartered accountants are allowed to do partnership with engineers, architects, cost accountants, company secretaries, they can grow their firms big, be entrepreneurs, and take up the new opportunities which are coming their way.
Okay, that is good to know, sir. Last question before we let you go. You've given us a lot of details as to what ICAI's plans are. Just a roadmap for FY22. What do you plan? What could be the theme of the next year? And also just quick details on the committee that you had set up for the glitches in the income tax portal. That is with respect to the amendments or the updates that we've been seeing. What is the update there? Any communication with the government on that?
No, it is continuous interaction with Infosys. First, we had a meeting with the finance minister herself, who organized one meeting jointly with Infosys and CBDT. So there our 7 representatives presented all those areas where in the portal there were issues and glitches. And on a continuous basis now, almost on daily basis, Infosys is interacting with these 7 representatives who are helping them resolve all these glitches and issues. However, let me say that the progress is not very fast, but probably in a month's time we are expecting that all these glitches and issues should come to an end. Only the Infosys should keep up the tempo and continuously resolve issues which are being pointed out.
Okay. And just quickly, your outlook for FY22, what could be the theme of ICAI for this year?
For FY22, technology should be the theme, because now artificial intelligence, blockchain, data analytics, every chartered accountant will have to learn. They have learned, but they should have hands-on training on that. So our Digital Accounting and Assurance Board has launched intensive courses on all these new technologies: AI, blockchain, data analytics, cyber security. And many members are taking training of these courses.
Okay.
And going forward, this should be our theme for 2022.
All right, sir. We've completely run out of time, but thank you so much for joining us and giving us all those details. It was a pleasure speaking with you, and good luck for all the future endeavors, and congratulations to the Institute.
Thank you. Thank you. Pleasure for me too. Thank you.